Not to be popular. It's just, I'm inspired by my brother, that Reality Temple's brother, the most powerful voice on the internet, that reality angel snubbing up 7. That's right, brother. I'm calling you out, brother. I'm building you. I'm putting you out there, brother. I'm shouting you out. That's my inspiration.
Yes. I want that. Oh, I need that. Gots to have that. I love my
When soul singer and black activist Sam Cooke wrote the lyrics to his song, A Change Is Gonna Come, it was very direct and to the point. With some changes to it, the song was still digestible. In the year 2019, black folks continue to go through the change rather than direct the change. A community activist named Taalik Ibn'rad has made an appeal similar to what Sam Cooke was asking for. A change. It's said that the meek shall inherit the earth. We ask when. When will the landlords give the meek a free lease? Mr. Ibn'rad is humbly asking for the state of Mississippi. President Trump has already had sit-downs with the wrong representatives of the black community. How about a real discussion with a true grassroots African American? Join and organize Operation Exodus Mississippi today, or become a supporter.
What up, everybody? How you doing? Coach Ro checking in. 90 words to your breakthrough. So today's word is impulse. So an impulse is a sudden urge to do something, right? It's a trigger. So we could be impulsive about a lot of things. We may be impulsive about our spending, right? You may pick up something that you don't need. You know it's not in the budget, but you're going to deal with the consequences later. Or you may be impulsive about how you respond to something emotionally. Maybe you get angry quickly or frustrated quickly, and it's been affecting your relationships, and you keep doing it over and over and over again because you're impulsive about it. We could be impulsive about what we eat. Sometimes you may eat things that maybe aren't in your best interest, but because you're impulsive, you don't check yourself and you eat it anyway. So are your impulses working for you or against you? Because of course, impulse can propel you towards your goal, but it can also take you away from achieving your goals. Impulse. Here's to your breakthrough. Good day, everybody. How you doing? Coach Ro checking in. 90 words to your breakthrough. So today's word is space. I was thinking about this word and I was like, this could be an interesting word to show how it can empower us. Who needs to take some space away from something or someone or just a situation so that you can gather your thoughts, get more clarity? And I'm not saying use this as an excuse to walk out on a relationship. If you feel like you gotta go ahead and have the courage to say this is no longer working. We need to go ahead and move our separate ways. But I do believe that you can take space even with your partner just to make sure that you're not overreacting, just to make sure that you're able to gather some peace before you say the next word. Or maybe when you're at work and you feel overwhelmed, maybe you want to just step away, have a tea break, go walk down the street or in the park that's not too far away. Give yourself some space if you need it. Space. Here's to your breakthrough. Good day, everybody. How are you? Morning Talks with Ro is right around the corner. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Who's ready for Morning Talks with Ro? Good morning, everybody. How are you? Happy Monday. Are you ready? Morning Talks with Ro is right around drop in and leave you with something tangible to work with and practice. Because some of the things you're going to hear, right, on a regular basis, but if you're not practicing it, it doesn't make it real. It doesn't settle in as wisdom, right? It doesn't serve you the way that it could serve you if you use the tools. You got to work this stuff. It's one thing to talk about it, right? It's one thing to be lip service. It's another thing to actually implement this into your life. Good day, everybody. How you doing? Coach Ro checking in. 90 words to your breakthrough. So today's word is recharge. It is almost that time again. Every month I do a 3-day liquid fast where I just pause from taking in solid foods so that the body can benefit in so many ways. One way, of course, is that when the body is not concerned about breaking down food and using the energy for that, it can then take that very valuable energy and take it to other places in the body where it could use healing. It's also good for a spiritual pause. It's good to fast from people or things. You can do a digital cleanse. That's something else I'll be doing on this fast this time around, where I turn off all electronic devices. No texting, no emails, no social media, no web surfing, no nothing. It's out of here, right? So it is always good to just pause so that you can recharge and become an even greater version of yourself. Here's to your breakthrough. Good day, everybody. How you doing? Coach Ro checking in. 90 words to your breakthrough. So today's word is dig. You know, there are things that can happen in our lives that we may deem to be negative, bad, terrible even, right? It can be so challenging to get by or to find a way to process it all. And I have found that over time, just observing other people and even observing myself, if you search for it, if you dig for it, there is good, there is gain that you can get from that experience, even if it's showing you what not to do. So, you know, maybe you witness something or you experience something that you feel is really not cool, not good. But maybe it's showing you the path not to go down. Maybe it's showing you choices you don't want to make. Maybe it's showing you how not to treat someone. Even when we are mourning the loss of a loved one, we can dig for the good in their legacy. What did they leave behind? Dig. Here's to your breakthrough.
Where you at? Hey! Y'all ready to level up with Morning Talks with Ro? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And my name is Myron. They call me SNIFFY. My name Myron Johnson. They call me SNIFFY. They call me SNIFFY. My cousin is Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm here to give y'all a message. Y'all better leave my cousin alone. That's what y'all better do. My cousin Umar doing good work for y'all. Y'all some stupid ass niggas, man. And y'all ain't giving the man no money. Y'all think because y'all gave my cousin a little money, y'all think y'all own him. Y'all don't own a motherfucker down up in here. And y'all gonna be looking real stupid August the 2020 when my cousin open up that school. He gonna be opening up that school and them boys gonna be getting educated. He gonna be doing more than y'all dumb ass kids. That was y'all.
The first annual PPU retreat and vacation was an absolute success. To come out of the virtual world, the online world, and into a tangible one where we can hug each other and look into each other's eyes and share even more intimate, vulnerable moments and spaces, laugh together, cry together. I mean, we were on an emotional roller coaster that brought us into an even deeper space of fulfillment. We broke bread together. We supported each other in the most interesting moments. We built our dreams together. It was such a beautiful experience, and I look forward to building with this family for years to come.
Hey, my brother, you know I had to call you and thank you personally again. I cannot describe to you how happy I was to meet you in person finally. That was just like amazing.
Free your mind.
Alrighty then. Morning. Angus Snubbing Up 7 in the house. The mighty one. I am also your soul brother, number one. I just want to give a little bit of commentary. Video number 2 this morning. And I want to speak about our soul brother, rapper, Willie D. Now, I really don't like a lot of rap, but I did listen to Willie D, the Ghetto Boys. There were 2 songs that stand out that I remember. My Mind Playing Tricks on Me, and there was another song they had called Money. I like those songs. And my mother really loved Willie D. Not those songs, but some of the song when Willie D became a solo artist, and some of that music that Willie D came out as a solo artist. My mother, she was a Willie D fan. So, as a person, as an artist, I have nothing against Willie D, and this is nothing personal, but I'm looking at something here, and what many people must understand it has nothing to do with hate, has nothing to do with jealousy or envy, or none of these things. What it has to do is, including myself, you put yourself out here in the public and you say certain things. People, as a public figure, people have a right, and they will listen to what you have to say, and they will give you a response, whether you feel that response is negative or positive, makes no difference. But when you put your commentary out in the public, then we should expect that people will comment, just like you comment on what President Trump does, what the Congress do, what Michael Jackson did, what R. Kelly do. All these are public figures, and we speak about them. When you yourself use YouTube or Facebook and social media, you become a public figure. In fact, Willie D, because he's a rapper and an entertainer, he has been a public figure for a very long time, and I'm sure he has heard those things which some may say is negative, and those things which are positive. Of course, we love the positive things, but we have a problem when people bring us what we call negative, especially when it's true, because we don't know how to respond. Instead of accepting that truth, accepting that reality, we don't want to change because we are loyal to a damn lie. We are loyal to something that is in error. Then we want to get angry at those who pointed our error out, because in our minds, many of us think that we are perfect, or think we really got it going on, think we really intelligent and smart. How dare you come to me and tell me I'm not as smart, I'm not as intelligent, I'm not as great as other people make me feel. And that's all it is. It's a feeling. Because if you really was that smart, really was that great, and you have the ears of thousands of people, then why can't you change our condition? Why haven't you changed the way that we're living in this country? So I did subscribe to Willie D, but he's really not saying anything that interests me, so I unsubscribed. But someone else directed me to a particular video where he was speaking about white people, Caucasian people, pink people wanting to leave the United States because of the extreme racial intense environment filled with hatred and violence, this conditioning that's going on in the United States right now. So he was speaking about how Caucasian people are wanting to leave the United States. Getting out of here. So if Caucasian people want to leave America, why should it be a surprise that black people, soul brothers and sisters, many of us want to get out of this damn septic tank, this violent piece of trash country that you can lose your life simply because you have dark skin? Who in their right mind, who wouldn't want to leave a place that caused them harm? Willie D goes on to say that he's a fighter. And that's good. He's a fighter. But at the same time, you're going to fight and you're going to lose the fight because you don't have others who are willing to stand up and fight. What you're going to do is you tolerate. You've been tolerating being discriminated. You've been tolerating these evils. And even though Willie D claims that he will fight physically, he'll get his little gun or whatever, and he'll fight the white supremacists or whatever, because really, the reality is, you're fighting the United States of America. So yeah, you might pull your gun on an individual so-called white supremacist, but that's not the real problem. The problem is, you are living in a racist society. The country itself is racist, but you are patriotic and you love America. I want to stay here and fight for mine because my ancestors bled here and my ancestors died here, which is true. That is a true statement. But you don't control nothing. You don't make no policy. How many laws, what law do Caucasian people obey that black people made? Not one. Not one. You don't control a damn thing. It's just like if you had a roommate. We pay $100 rent every month. But your roommate control every damn thing. And that's all that Willie D is doing in America. You pay your taxes, probably more than your fair share of taxes. We have died in every war, but we don't make any policy. We don't really mean nothing in this country. You don't run nothing. Your voice don't mean nothing. These Caucasian people, these white folks is going to do what they're going to do. They don't give a damn what you think. They don't give a damn about what you say. So you died for this country, and you bled and you suffered in this country. So what? You don't control a damn thing. But going back to my roommate example, you know, if you was in a situation where you was paying, equal rent, but your roommate is controlling everything, you know you would get out of that relationship because you're not going to be nowhere treated like that, and you pay the same amount of rent as the roommate. But in America, we have this mentality. We die for this country. We pay more than our fair share of taxes in this country. We have been lynched. We have been raped, torn and feathered, all kinds of evils, discriminated against in employment and housing, incarcerated by the millions, and you still want to be up in this dump. You still want to be up in here in this dump. Even though clearly you pay your fair share of the rent. but you don't control a damn thing. But Willie D don't want to fight for that. Willie D don't want to fight for that. Because that means standing up against this nation. That means your white friends, your Caucasian friends gonna have a problem with you. Why, Willie D, are you standing up against and want to fight against your country? Because your country is your oppressor. And your so-called white friends, you'll find out exactly where they stand when you stand for what really belongs to you, because they don't really want you to have a damn thing. So Willie D decides, I'm going to try to make things better by running for city council. How many black folks are in positions of city councils and in the Congress? Matter of fact, remember we just had a so-called black president. That stuff don't work. So what, you're a council person? So what? And when you become a council person, you don't just represent black folks, you have to represent all the people in your district. So that means you gotta watch how you run your mouth. That means there's certain things you can and cannot do. That means you can't show favoritism, this one group over the other, even though they do it every day. They show favoritism one group over another every day. President Obama favored the LGBT, whatever group that is, the gays and lesbians, over the black community. They show favoritism all the time. So my conclusion has to be that Willie D is one of these kind of guys that they make mockery of brothers and sisters, whether you want to go to Africa, you just want to get the hell out of here because you sick of this. Look, we only have two choices really. Stay here, kick these people in the ass, or you need to leave. You're not going to stay here. You're too cowardly, you're too sissified to kick these people in the ass and make them respect you. So the only thing you want to do is pretend like you're doing something by becoming a councilman, by being a good Negro citizen, and keep tolerating the hatred and the violence, the injustice that we've been tolerating going on 500 years. So all these people, dark-skinned people listening to Willie D, chances are all of them have the same mindset, to continue to tolerate white supremacy. Let's live in a fantasy world. Let's just ignore the reality of things. Let's just blame the mass shooters. These mass shooters, these few Caucasian people that's doing these mass shooters, the few people they have murdered is nothing compared to the millions of black people the United States of America itself have murdered. How many innocent black men and women are in jail right now? How many innocent black men and women are in mental institutions and jails and locked up right now? Has nothing to do with those guys and those mass shootings. Nothing to do with them. Or the KKK or these white supremacist groups. That's not the problem. Your problem is undercover racists that smile in your face and stab you in the back. That's the real problem. You can probably dialogue with the KKK or the skinheads and these white supremacist organizations, whoever they are. You can probably have a decent conversation and dialogue with them because they are real. They're going to tell you exactly how they feel, while the real racists, these undercover suckers that you want to be on a council with that hate your damn guts, they use their power to put your ass in jail, discriminate against you in employment and education and other facets of. That's the real racist that's hurting you, and you don't want to deal with them because some of them are your friends. I saw a comedian making a joke last night about that, talking about his relatives being racist. He said that some of his racists will make these white supremacists look like little or nothing. But you don't know nothing about them because they know how to smile in your face. But they use their position. They use their corporations. They use these things They don't have to call you an N-word. They just use their positions as a teacher, as a police officer, as a doctor, as a judge, as a president, whatever. They use their positions to lynch you and tar and feather you while you pointing fingers at the KKK and Donald Trump or whatever, and these other folks that smile in your face is whooping your ass. Jot down your comments and stop.
Free your mind.
Alrighty then, morning, YouTube. I am the mighty one, Angel Snubbing Up 7. I am also your soul brother, number 1. I just wanted to take a few minutes and give my little comment on this particular topic. There are those, and I want to make perfectly clear, I am not a Trump supporter. I am not involved, nor really care about the politics of this nation, unless it is in reference to what we call Operation Exodus Mississippi. I don't care nothing about these politics of this nation. I'm not a Trump supporter. However, there are some fantasy fictional crap going on, and my job is to bring us reality, bring us a reality check. Accept reality, my friend, is easier. There are those who call this white man, this Caucasian man, Donald Trump, a racist. Like there are many other Caucasian people that are not racist. So you want to distinguish that Trump is a racist, but many other Caucasian people are not racist. Well, let's talk about that. Our brother Neely Fuller Jr. says that all Caucasian people are racist unless they prove otherwise. And I will stand on that. All of them are racist unless proven otherwise. And the reason why this is true is because they have been living and they have been conditioned in a country for hundreds of years. This is how they have been brainwashed. This is how they have been conditioned. You have people like Trump because he is the president of the United States, and you are in this position where you have to hold back your real feelings so that you can pretend to be something that you're not. The country itself is racist. It has not changed. Now, like I say, I have not and don't keep up with politics, but I have brothers who are Trump supporters, and they tell me, some of you call Trump as a racist, and his words ignite or they encourage racism. But I have brothers who are Republicans who tell me that Donald Trump has done more for black people in this country right now than Obama did in the whole 8 years that he was president. So please explain that. Please show us how this is possible that a so-called black president did less, far less than what Trump has done right now. If that's true. Like I said, I'm going by what my brothers tell me. I don't know. I don't keep up with it. But to my knowledge, what I do know is that President Trump, Donald Trump, over 50% of people incarcerated in this country are soul brothers and sisters, black people, brown people, that was going on before Donald Trump was born, before he became president. Explain that. How did that happen? The black man and woman, soul brothers and sisters, we've always had a problem being discriminated due to with housing, employment, and the other facets of life in education, the facets of life in this country. All this was going on before Donald Trump. I was a little boy, and I had to deal with racist Mississippi and the evils that was going on. I don't remember somebody mentioning somebody called Donald Trump. All this was going on before Donald Trump. I don't remember Dr. King talking about Donald Trump. I don't remember Malcolm X talking about Donald Trump. All this was going on way before Donald Trump. But Donald Trump is an easy scapegoat. Donald Trump is an easy distraction from the country itself, from the nation itself. Donald Trump, y'all call him a racist. He's a product of white supremacy because the United States of America, period, this country is a white supremacist nation. Or have you forgotten? You think it just disappeared? The education is white supremacist. The justice system is white supremacist. Matter of fact, at one time, the Ku Klux Klan itself actually controlled the United States. But they were more of an extreme version of white supremacy. You have different levels of white supremacy or pink supremacy. You have those who are right in your face, and then there are those who smile in your face and stab you in the back. Let me tell you something about white supremacy. Let me tell you something about racism and all these goody two-shoe folks who pretend they are not white supremacists. They are not like Donald Trump, even though they white, even though they grew up in a country that made slavery a way of life for over 300 years. And then they practiced Jim Crow for over 100 years. You think they're just going to disappear? What's her name? What's her name? I forgot what her name was. But she was a white woman. Remember, she got caught up. It wasn't Martha Stewart. It was it was another lady. She's a cook, white lady. And they brought up the fact that she used the N-word. And she said that was normal for her as a child growing up. You have Caucasian people, 40, 50, 60 years old or whatever. Remember, the N-word was normal for them. Color, Negro, that was normal for them. You think they're just going to disappear? You think that's going to just go away? And their children heard them, and they raised their children to think and act the same way. Racism cannot exist without a majority. Because racism, white supremacy, is a system. And the system is supported by people. If racism exists, that means somebody is supporting it. And not just Donald Trump, not just the KKK, not just the skinheads, these little small organizations. That means our people, a nation of people, is supporting it. And you are in denial of where you live. One example of the racist mindset that y'all give a pass to is these Caucasian people who say they reject reparations for brothers and sisters, for black people, our ancestors, the descendants of slaves born in America having Aboriginal or African ancestry. They reject reparations. It's all right for them to do that. The reason why they do that is because they're racist. They have no integrity. They have no honor. They have no empathy. They are not just because they're racist. But you give that kind of Caucasian person a pass. They don't want you to have nothing. To give the descendants of slaves born in America reparations mean you are giving us justice. They are not just people. They don't. To give us reparations mean that we will all of a sudden become economic equals to them. They want you to stay in the slave-like condition that you are in, but you want to focus on Donald Trump. You want to focus on these white supremacists that are in your face, but the ones that's causing us the serious harm are the ones that smile in your face and stab you in the back, and you let these people get away with that because they're your friends, because they smile and giggle in your face. I'm not a racist, but as you can see, they clearly use their position, they use their power, they give you nothing. But that's all right because you comfortable. Most of you are comfortable. Most of you, I can make it on my own. That's not the point. That's not the point of making it on your own. That's not the point that you can tolerate racism. The point is justice. The point is giving you what your ancestors deserve, and because they are racist, they don't give you and do you right because they're not going to do that. These are the racists. Donald Trump is a distraction. The KKK, the skinheads, and the so-called hate organizations, the country itself, the judges, the lawyers, the politicians, the citizens, the Caucasian white folks, the people, the pink people of this country are racist, period. And you don't want to deal with that reality. We live in a total lie. Talking about the division of the country. The country's already divided. The Irish have their neighborhood, the Germans have their neighborhood, the Asians have their neighborhood, the white Anglo-Saxons have their neighborhood. Everybody always separated and doing their own thing anyway, and none of these groups give a damn about nobody else. Because if American citizens, if all of us viewed each other as the same, if everybody saw us as American citizens, they would not tolerate the black community being in bad shape, because they would see our community and say, hey, we got a group of citizens, they're not doing that good. What can we do to help them? They don't do a damn thing except blame you for your condition, come into our neighborhoods, and what little money, what little economic power we have, they come in and leech and parasite off of us. That's what they do. But Donald Trump is the racist. He's nothing but a distraction when you live in a country that was born and founded. The forefathers were racist. The whole nation that you love and you patriotic to is a racist damn nation. Slavery was a way of life for 300 years. You had Jim Crow for over 100 years. That just don't go away. The minds of Billy, the minds of Sally, the minds of Margaret, and all your white friends, as long as you are a good Negro, as long as you know your place, they don't have no problem with you. But soon as you speak like me, they have a problem, because that means because in order to really be a friend of mine, you got to give up something. They don't want to give you nothing. As long as they don't have to give your ass nothing, they don't mind being your friend and they smile in your face. Ask them for something. You ask them for reparations, watch their whole attitude changes. You don't deserve no reparations. Every excuse in the book. Stop playing a victim. But these suckers are in court every day playing a victim, trying to win money, trying to play victim every damn day, and you stupid enough to listen to them while talking about, I don't want to be no victim, but they play victim every damn day. They are still the people that you call white supremacists. You actually will have a better chance with them because they are real. They are not trying to cover up their feelings. They're not faking the funk. They're telling you what it is. You can work with them better than these undercover racists. You cannot have racism unless a majority of people support that system. And so you cannot say these little organizations, the KKK, the skinheads, and whatever these Caucasian supremacist groups is, Donald Trump, that's not enough. If racism exists, and it do, that's because a vast majority of Caucasian people support it. That's the reason why it do. They are the reason. That's the reason why there's over 50% population. They vote for all this stuff to put your ass in jail. They are the ones who acquit the people that murder us on the streets. All these people that you just ignore. Who are the ones that are voting or quitting these police officers? Who are the ones that support George Zimmerman? Who are the ones that's doing all this? That's because you living in racism. You are in denial. Accept reality, my friend. It's much easier.
Free your mind.
What? Well, what we want to talk about real quick. We want to talk about those who want to make mockery, those who want to ridicule, those who want to laugh at, those who think it's a joke when they hear soul brothers and sisters who have gotten to the point where they are fed up, gotten to the point where they want their own. I'm going to say that again. Gotten to the point whether they are fed up with living in an oppressive, racist country, or they just want to be independent. They want to be able to put themselves in a position so they can do their own thing. They want to control. They want to do things their way for a change. And there are a bunch of wacky, weak, cowardly, pathetic pieces of trash who dare want to try to make mockery of those who want to really better themselves. Really better themselves. Those who are protecting their own life. Those who have had enough. I want to give you an example how these people who make mockery of those who wish to separate from a person or a people who are clearly their enemy, how they are hypocrites. Very simple example. We have an abused woman. This woman has been abused by her husband for as long as they have been married. 15 years. She has been in an abusive relationship verbally and physically for 15 years. She has children and she really doesn't know what to do. Now these same pieces of trash, these same sewer rats that would tell you, that would tell me, those of us who say we want to go back to Africa, or we just want to get the hell out of here, period. We want to do our own thing. We want to separate. These pieces of trash will tell you and give this woman this kind of advice. You need to get out of that relationship. This is what they would tell her. If I'm lying, you tell me I'm wrong. Show me I'm wrong. I already know. You would tell this woman, even though she's been in this relationship for 15 years, even though, and you know the relationship is filled with verbal and physical abuse, you would tell her you need to leave. But now, see, this is the hypocritical thing about it. Using their logic, she should stay, because to run, to separate, to divorce, to get out of that abusive relationship, that's being cowardly. It is cowardly to want to leave America. It is cowardly to want to get the hell away from a people who have been physically and verbally abusive to us as a people going on 500 years. We are cowards. But using their logic, they would suggest to this woman who is in this abusive relationship, they would tell her, you need to leave and get out of that relationship. She would tell them, what do I do? I don't know. Where can I go? They would advise her, and I know they would. I will help you. Worry about that later. get out of the relationship. However, when it comes to these racists that they fallen in love with, they can do anything and you will still love them to death. Oh, we have to stay here and tolerate being called the N-word. We have to sit here and tolerate all the evil things, the injustices that they do and what they have done to us going on 500 years. We're supposed to sit here and tolerate that. But you would tell this woman to get out of, divorce, separate from this abusive husband, but we as a people, you're going to give us the advice, the opposite, and tell us we need to stay here and tolerate, don't divorce, don't separate, tolerate the abuse, tolerate the verbal and physical abuse, and try to work it out with this person that has been doing this to you for 15 years. Because clearly, this abusive husband, he's not going to change. He's not going to change his ways. 500 years, these people are not going to change their ways. So they will come to us joking and smiling and giggling. Well, when are you leaving? That's none of your business. When are we leaving? Because it is wise to be able to want to separate and get away from those who cause you harm, like the woman in this abusive relationship. That's the advice you would give to her, but you're not going to give that same advice to us as a people. You would rather stay here like you have done going on 500 years and tolerate racial profiling, gentrification, redlining, unjust incarceration and imprisonment. Keep doing the same garbage that you're doing, singing, we shall overcome. Tell them how much of a man you are. Put a sign around your neck. Don't shoot me. Black Lives Matter. The same kind of garbage. Get your education, because your education make you feel good about being a slave. Make you some money. Make you some money. Make you feel good about being a slave. Vote for the next slave owner, slave master, or the overseer of the plantation. You want us to stay here and think that's a good look to tolerate racism. Y'all, these people are damn fools. The brave person, the brave woman, is the one who has been in an abusive relationship for 15 years, and she decides, I don't care what happens. I know I have to get out of here. I don't know where I'm going. I know I have to get away from this man. He's abusive. There is no future with this man. There is no real future with these people. You cannot reach your highest potential with these people because they are doing everything they can to keep you down, to keep you in a slave position, to keep you subjugated to them. They don't want you to be the best you can be unless it's in their army and you take a bullet and you die for them. They're not interested in you and I, we as a people, striving to fulfill our greatest potential. So either we only have two choices. Either you rise up and kick these people in the ass and show them we are not nothing to play with, but you're too cowardly, you're too sissified, you're not going to do nothing like that. So we know as a people we're not going to do that because we are comfortable slaves. We are used to we have learned how to tolerate abuse and neglect and all these evils done to us. We know how to tolerate it. As long as they give you, a white woman give you some booty, a white man might give you some booty, and they give you $1 million contract, make you feel like you're part of this when you're really not. That's all right with you. There are those of us who no longer want to live that kind of life. We don't want to be abused. We're tired of being disrespected. We're tired of our voice not being heard. So it's time to leave. We don't have the power to kick these folks in the ass. So we want to leave. And it's a brave thing to do because this is our home. This is all that we know. But also at the same time, nobody in their right mind wants to stay in an abusive relationship. Nobody in their right mind, except you, because y'all are damn fool and you're not in your right mind. It is the brave person is the coward who is willing to give up everything they know to get out of harm's way. The real coward are those who want to stay here and keep playing with these races in hopes one day things gonna be better. Oh, one day things gonna get better. Oh, one day things gonna get better. One day things gonna be better. And our Lord have come. One day things gonna be better. One day things gonna be one day things gonna be better. And one day our Lord gonna come. No. Who are these people? Why are they so special that you gotta wait on them to treat you right? We've been waiting on these people to treat us right going on 500 years. Why you need to love them so much? You won't even go all out of your way to be like that to another victim of racism, another brother and sister, but you won't go all out your way to love them. This goes to show you how sick we are, and it's because you have been influenced by those Christian teachings, turn the other cheek, love everybody, and all that nonsense. And of course, being victimized, being abused is all that you know because you was born into this mess. You want us, you want me, you want those who want to go back to Africa, you want those who want to go to South America or Europe or any place except this damn septic tank, this damn pig trough, living with people who don't even know their sexual identity, gender confused, pedophiles, drunks, drug addicts, rapists, liars and cheaters and thieves, murderers. You are happy being here. So you have children in this cesspool. And then when one of these racist pigs kill your child, male or female, the only thing you're going to do is cry. Every time they do an injustice to you, the only thing we're going to do is cry. That's all y'all know how to do, is cry and go to funerals. That's all you know how to do. Cry and go to funerals. But the time has come. You need to separate, or you need to show your enemy that they know how to cry. They know how to go to funerals also. Just sitting in this dump and letting these people bully you and do anything to us that they want to do. And you think that's cool. You think that's the right way to go. No, you are the coward. The coward is the one who is willing to explore the unknown. The brave person is the one who leaves the comfort of the only place that they know. Do you think that any of us, this place called America, this is the only home we know? Do you really believe that we want to leave? That's just like leaving your individual house. There are people, I don't care how many snowstorms, I don't care how many tornadoes, they don't want to leave their house. Because your house is your home. This is the only home we know. But, and many people would try to, they would stay in their house as long as possible. It takes something life-threatening in order for them to leave. So I leave my house because of a tornado. I leave my house because of an earthquake. I leave my house because of flooding. That's the reason why I'm leaving my house. So we are not leaving here because of hatred. We are leaving. We want to leave here to save our lives because we want respect, because we want better. We want to leave to show that we can make it without Caucasian people. These suckers want to stay here because they know they can't make it without their massa. That's the number one reason. They know they can't make it without massa. And so you want to make mockery of those who are willing to try to make it without massa.
Free your mind.
What's up with y'all in YouTube land? This is sort of like a rap video. So, let me wake up. This is something that grinds my gears. Well, we want to talk about real quick about some more bull doo-doo. More bull doo-doo. Yes. And that bull doo-doo is this thing called the African Diaspora. Is that how you say it? Tour. And the tour is including the advice show, Rizza Islam, Brother Ben X, and the brother from the Search from Uhuru chapter. Hey, excuse me, I don't know this African stuff, so y'all have to diaspora. These how you pronounce these labels or whatever. These titles. You have to excuse me. But what I do know and what I do see is that this is more bull doo doo. Brother, you got to stop hating. Brother, you got to stop being jealous. Brother, you got to stop being hateful. You wish that you could be on tour. You wish somebody was listening to you like they do Brother Ben X, like they do Rizza Islam, like they do the Search for your hero. You jealous and you a hater. You wish somebody would listen to you like they do the advice show. That's all it is. You just a hater. Oh, you just a jealous. Can I get an amen for that? No. What it is, unlike you, over 30 years, I've been a part of this thing, this struggle that people have turned into a joke, entertainment, something to laugh at. And now it's entertainment. People want to go on tour all over the damn place. 30 years of Black Power, 30 years of Black First and RBG, all this stuff on tour for 30 years. And what has it accomplished? What has it done except put money in the organizer's pocket? What has it done for a community? What has it done for a neighborhood? What has it done for us as a group of people? It has done absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm talking about this tour. We're talking about this African Diaspora tour. The advice show, Rizza Islam and Brother Ben X and Search for Uhuru and others. You tell me, what are they going to offer? All these people on tour, what are they going to offer on tour, charging from $125, $75, for $125, $75, what are they going to offer you that they cannot present online? You tell me. I'm waiting for your answer. Do 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 do. This is not the 1980s. This is not the early 1990s or even early 2000. The reason why people went on tour, the reason why people had to move prior to our time, social media, is because they had to. They had to use the mail. They had to actually go out and meet people. They actually had to move. You have social media right now. There's nothing that you offer that people cannot get simply online. Unless, of course, this is all but nothing but a ego boost. You want to feel like you're a celebrity. You want to feel like you're famous. You want to be something that you're really not. I don't remember Marcus Garvey. I don't remember Dr. King. I don't remember Malcolm or even Elijah Muhammad, even during their day and time, focusing on some damn tour. They was focusing on the work. They was focusing on that which really needed to change. You're going to take $125. You're going to take $75 to do what? To do what? Then the intent of the participants is very, very questionable. I know the Field the Advice show. Known that man for years. He ain't never talked no African thing. He's always been an integrationist. What some may call a black power integrationist. That's what he always been. How to work together and get together with white folks. Now all of a sudden, it's all about Africa. Then you have Rizza Islam. And you have Brother Ben X. Nation of Islam. I know about the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam does not give a damn about no Africa. There is a picture on the Muhammad Speaks, whereas it seems as though we living in the West supposed to be reaching out to those in the East, to the African brothers in the East, or something to that effect, or is it vice versa? My directions all messed up, y'all. Excuse me. But if you look at the history of the Nation of Islam, really, what type of reaching out to Africa did they do? They don't care. It's about converting. The purpose of the Nation of Islam is to convert people to a religion. It has nothing to do with black liberation, has nothing to do with a friendship to Africa. Matter of fact, remember, under the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, the reason why you have kinky hair is because we are rebels. Because we have a broad nose, because we are rebels. We are rebels against God. We have become rebellious against God. That's why we have kinky hair and broad nose and thick lips. Because we are rebels against God. And this was done, of course, on the continent of Africa. And this is part of, they would also say, this is part of some type of curse or punishment by Allah. But here you are, Rizza Islam and Brother Ben X. What is your intent? Then we have this brother, Search for Uhuru. I don't know a lot about him, but I do know that he makes, that's his channel. His channel is founded upon and based upon, and he actually is there, right there, among the people on the continent. The rich, the middle class, the people who doing sort of well. You don't see him interviewing and trying to help those who are suffering and the poor and the impoverished. Because you know why? Because the poor, the impoverished, those of us who unfortunately aren't doing too good in civilization, we don't have money. We don't have good suits and good shoes. We don't have money to pay for $125, $75 for a tour to offer us what? I can't eat that. I can't put that on my back. Oh, we're going to give you education. We're going to inform you. If that's all you're going to do, you can get that free. You can get that free online. This makes me sick. This type of stuff grinds my gears. It's just an opportunity because you are sincere, because you are serious, because you really want to know. You have a group of people who offer you nothing. You're getting nothing for your $125. You're getting nothing for your $75. You're building nothing. You're producing nothing. What is the goal? What is the purpose? What is the conclusion of all this? The conclusion is I want fame. The conclusion is I want celebrity. The conclusion is I want to fill my own pockets so I can feed myself and my family. And what you gonna get? More feel-good feeling. That's all you gonna get. So you might as well go to white Jesus. You might as well go to church. You might as well you might as well stay with pink Jesus and the church. Nothing but feel-good crap. This is an opportunity, as usual, to make money and exploit. It's nothing but a hustle. It's nothing but a hustle. Because if you can't show your purpose, what is your goal besides filling your own pocketbook? What are those who are going to attend get out of this that you cannot do online for absolutely free? This is an opportunity to show off. I want to see how many people can come see my ugly, ragged ass Negro face. I want to be famous. I want to be a celebrity. I want to go on tour. I want to treat this struggle like it's entertainment, like I'm Beyonce or I'm Jay-Z. I'm on tour. And that's all you're asking for. You're asking for nothing more. You're not asking for a purpose. You're not asking for a goal. You just want to feed or make yourself believe you're part of something, that you're really doing something, and you're not. Feel good rhetoric. Feel good crap. You use this type of stuff the same way that you use drugs, the same way you use religion, the same way that you use alcohol and other things just to make you feel good. That's all we do is chase feel good stuff. And you don't question those, and you can't see those, and you should wonder about their intent, because Nation of Islam don't give a damn about no Africa. Feel the Advice Show, his work, all their work, go see. All of a sudden, we interested Africa, 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 because they see that there is a nice group of people easy to exploit. You're nothing but a bunch of churchgoers giving to your preachers. The only thing you're doing is a bunch of prostitutes giving to your pimp. That's all y'all doing. Pro-black power pimps. A bunch of people who are a bunch of ticks and leeches. Smiling in your face. Telling you what you want to hear so they can get in your panties just like some of these men. He don't love you. He don't like you. He just wants your panties. And that's all a man has to do is talk smooth and smile and skin and grin. And that's all. And that's what we do. You start throwing your money to these people. Wow. And they know it. And they know that all y'all pro-black, blackity-black, Pan-African, Kemetic, Nation of Islam, they know that y'all a bunch of suckers, and they gonna leech you for everything that you got.
Free your mind.
The mighty one, Angel Snub 7, is in the house. I just wanted to talk to us just enough for another few minutes. We just came off a live stream. My special guest was Sister Noble and Brother Taalik. And our topic was, what was our topic? Actually, it was general discussion, but the topic that I led off was how these RBG, black first, you know, the blackity black folks, they are the scum of the earth. Just that title pissed some folks off. Just that title. But as you know, YouTube has changed its live streaming, the way they do things. You have to find a website to live stream when you go live from your home, your laptop or whatever. And we was having a general conversation, and I guess because I'm a likable guy, all these trolls start showing up, including yours truly, that Alquan troll. I mean, they never stop coming. And of course, they are bringing their usual mockery and ridicule, and they just want to disrupt the conversation. Now, I had Sister Noble and Brother Taalik with me, and we talked, and then I started addressing these trolls. But prior to that, I began blocking them on YouTube. This StreamYard live stream thing, you can't block people. I can block people by directly going to YouTube, but the trolls still can write on my side. I can still see all this foolishness and nonsense. I know that my audience do not want me to spend a lot of time going back and forth and messing around with these trolls that have nothing to offer the conversation. So I did my best. I blocked them from YouTube. You don't, when the video posts, you won't see these trolls comments. I blocked most of that, but I could still see them. Brother Taalik and Sister Noble could not see the comments because they were on their telephone. And then also, once I put the video link to the conversation in the chat room, that troll Alquan, who seems to be a stalker, who seems to be obsessed, I do not bother him on his channel. I do not bother that troll. But for some reason, this troll cannot stay away from this ministry. And so the troll comes into our box. And of course, they bring their ridicule, their mockery, and their silly conversation. And it got to the point where I was ready to go, but Sister Noble and Brother Taalik wanted to keep going. So I'm like, okay, let's roll. And I want to say that really was a good move, because we wore those trolls out. We talked about their stupid ass children that's gonna be murdered by these racists later on down the line, because these trolls want to live comfortable. They ain't nothing but a bunch of comfortable slaves that live in America. And they are angry at me because everything that I bring from this rostrum, I destroy all of their feel-good belief, all their feel-good so-called solutions and plans. It got to the point where I asked these trolls, well, look here, since you feel as though the Mississippi campaign is the wrong thing to do, since you believe going back to Africa is wrong, or wherever somebody wants to go, then what is your solution? Their solution has to be living right here in the United States of America, continuing to be victims, continuing to get your brains blown out, the usual discriminated against for employment and housing, and feel the prison system, the same old boys club that we've been tolerating going on 500 years. They want to get education. They want to continue to be a loser. Get education. I don't know what's special about their education. I don't know what's special about what they want to do. They don't want to do nothing. They just want to sit here and they get angry at other people who are sick and tired of being bullied around, being oppressed. They want you to sit here and don't talk about separation. They don't even want you to separate to a state within the country. You're not even going nowhere. You just want to create a safe haven for yourself so that you can look out for yourself. They don't even want that. These trolls, a bunch of comfortable slaves. So we really had fun with them, talk about their ragged ass children, talking about how cowardly they were, hiding behind a picture and all of these things. And we actually wore them out where they couldn't even write no more. The live stream lasted at least 3 some hours, but I just kept hammering them. They think because they hide behind a picture that they are safe from being made ridiculed. Because they hide behind a picture, there's nothing that you can say about them that can put them on blast. But we went on and put them on blast, and we shot them down, and there was nowhere they could run. They started getting quiet. They was grasping for straws, doing the usual thing that they do, trying to talk about you, because they can see what you're doing, but we don't know how they're living, because like the cowards they are, like the little sissies pieces of trash, and that's what they prove. They prove that we are a bunch of cowards, that we're a bunch of little sissies. And I told them, all right, the hell with the Mississippi campaign, the hell with education, the hell with all this stuff. If it was up to me, if we die, they die. It's simple as that. They put a whooping on us, we put a whooping on them. Matter of fact, we are in a position to give them the worst ass whooping they ever had, because we are already here in this nation. Everybody else has to work from the outside coming in. We are already in. We already know a lot of different things. We already have information many people aren't privileged to. We already know how to get around. We know about this damn dump. But you have cowards like that, of course, they don't want to go to Mississippi. They don't want to build Mississippi up. The hell with controlling the state, something our ancestors would have done a long time ago if it was not for races. The hell with going to Africa or South America or Europe, getting the hell out of this place, because you see that it's not no good for us. They want you to sit around here and keep getting our ass whooped, keep getting your brains blown out, keep the same wicked, different, evil things that these suckers been doing to us going on 500 years. Just sit here and take it and put a sign around your neck, talk about, I am a man. If you was a man, you would have been giving these Peckerwoods a damn ass whooping a long time ago. If you was a man. That's a problem. You're not a man. We're not a free people. We're still acting and behaving like slaves and scared to die. You're already dying. You're already being killed. You're already suffering. What you got to lose? Show these damn people that you mess with me, there's a consequence. The reason why they mess with us the way they do is because they can. There's no consequence. The hell with that. But these suckers, these trolls, that's what they want. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, you cannot please them, because they are pleased with being a damn slave in this ragged ass toilet bowl. And you can have it. It's not going to stop me from destroying your fairy tale ass beliefs. You're a god and a king and a queen, and education is and protesting and voting, all that fairy tale nonsense you got in your head, that stuff that don't work. I'm still going to speak about that. But again, they got on our case with that foolishness, and we began to bombard them. And I want to say that I'm very proud of my sister Nola and brother Taalik. We hung in there with these trolls. They are used to coming in and just harassing folks and doing whatever they wanted to do this time. They got a dose of their own medicine. They felt stupid. I could tell when they started writing, the other writings they began to do, I could tell they began to feel stupid, because there's nothing. They thought they were impervious to being ridiculed or made mockery or whatever. You a coward. Y'all a bunch of sissies. A bunch of comfortable Negro slaves. Pieces of trash. But this is what happens when your mind is full of that black conscious, blackity black comedic, Hebrew Israelite, Afrocentric, whatever you want to call it. When your mind is full of all that dumbass nonsense that has done nothing for us going on 500 years. So I just wanted to let y'all know that I feel good about the conversation with the damn trolls. I'm going to try to get some software where I can immediately block them, because I know on this channel you really don't want to be bothered with all that dumb foolishness. But like I told them trolls, you don't bother me because I'm a fighter. I fought and I was with rapists and murderers and pedophiles and the worst scum that was available. I lived with these people for 10 years. So I'm not scared of a fight. I was with Minister Farrakhan. I fought with him for over 5 years. And I also been doing this ever since I was a child. They want to teach me, so ain't a damn thing, these trolls, you still got Similac milk on your mouth. There ain't a damn thing you can teach me. I was out here before social media. I was out here before doing this, even as a child, protesting and doing things by myself. I don't need no help. There's nothing that you can teach me. What could you teach me? I was out here doing this, and you was a baby diaper, taking a pootie on yourself, urinating on yourself, crawling on your all fours, spitting up Similac milk. What the hell you gonna teach me? Can't teach me nothing. You can't show me nothing. You're doing the same stuff, same loser stuff that they've been doing, going on 100 years since the time of Garvey. It didn't work then, and it's not working now. You want me to get on board with your loser, dumbass, non-winning stuff. I'm a winner. And I want us to win as a people. We deserve better. We deserve to get this beast off our back once and for all. The end. The end. We need to get this beast off our back. All this stuff. Going, paying all your money to go see these people on tour. All these debates and pretty speeches. They're not accomplishing nothing. You got to get with the real. Accept reality, my friend, is much easier. If you don't accept reality, then whether you like it or not, or whether you believe it or not, something bad is going to happen to us as a people. It could be mass graves. It could be concentration camps. Whatever it is, it's going to be bad.